Hello everybody, and welcome to Equinox, a homebrew Dungeons and Dragons game with these lovely people. Unfortunately, we have left foot Kevin out tonight. Get well soon, buddy, because tonsillitis is fun for everyone. Yay! So, I think it was tonsillitis. I believe the messages said tonsillitis. You're so mean, so mean. Either way, for everybody, if you like what we do, hit the follow button. If you are able to, you want to, all that kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button, because we would love to have you as part of our little spooky community. Usually we run games every Saturday, unless for whatever reason the DM can't run, or we don't have enough players. So this is a case of something that happened last week. So if you want to catch up on any of our previous episodes, you can do so over on my YouTube channel of the same name, Boomeadow. So now that I've said all of that without taking a breath, how is everybody this week? Excited? Well, yeah, I can tell you from the future, Saturday's all right. Saturday's been okay so far. I know, I was about to say. Yeah, it's Saturday night. Yeah, down under magic. Oh, that's a great way to put that. Everyone wants a bit of down under magic. So, with all of that, yeah, what about you, Dusty? Valcor? How's your week been? The dreaded D&D curse. Yeah, no. Just for everyone at home watching on the stream or catching up, we will be taking a small amount of time off at some point in April, because I will be moving house. So it will be a number of sessions. So I do apologize to everybody. But I can guarantee you we will be back and having a lot more fun in... As I don't hate you. Ah. Ha 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 ha. I love it when I sit here talking to myself. Give me a second. That's
to the world.
That's alrighty. It's alright. It's fine. I'm making sure that...
I just noticed you're all clean shaven too.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, I am.
There we go. How's that, chat? Can you hear them now?
Can you hear me now?
Bada bing, bada boom. Bippity boppity boom.
For the Dusty fan club
First
watching...
word.
For the Dusty fan club watching elsewhere.
Yeah.
We love the Dusty fan club. You guys are the best.
I sure am.
So yes, it shall be very exciting, very much fun. So yeah, we'll be taking a little bit of time off, unfortunately, during April. I just don't know when that will be yet, but we will keep you informed. I also realised we are not on episode 7. We are actually on it's not episode either, it's session 8. So I will quickly change that for everyone, because we don't want anyone to get confused. It's only been 2 weeks. Clearly I've forgotten how to make everything work.
Well, so, don't level up. Done.
No, not yet. I know, you're itching so bad.
No, I just want to play.
Okay, so, with all that in mind, we'll do the recap. Who would like to do the recap?
Oh boy. I believe when last we left our heroes, we had
Heroes is a strong
last.
word.
It's a very strong word. We had begun last session investigating the mysterious mushroom malpractice that was going on at the docks. It was very strange and weird. Wicked almost drowned trying to save a mushroom lad that Richard Feynman had kicked into the water. After that was discovered to be folly, we continued into the docks to find that the mushroom circle that Wicked is normally familiar with was quite different in that they seem to have been summoning something very, very bad. We didn't get too much information on it as we quickly wiped the floor with them. Well, Richard promptly wiped the floor with them with some odd display of holy light and some incomprehensible divine mind. Just sort of overpowered the moment for a bit. And we learned some very interesting information about Richard Feynman afterward. Or should I say now, Captain Richard Feynman, as he seems to believe he is a ship captain. 15 years under the mast, 3 years behind the wheel, if I remember correctly. And it seems the rest of Nethkrig believes it too. As we've discovered that he is a cursed god walking among us that cannot remember that he is a god under any circumstances. But sweeping that under the rug for now, we have more important business to attend to, like our patrol.
Yes.
Seem to have brushed over, little thing.
Probably. Hold on.
Spore sucker.
Also yeah.
Oh, yes.
Wicked ate a
Oh,
corpse.
yeah. No, we didn't do that. Wicked
You
man
got
out
a
of-
case of the midnight hungries. Went
We
nom nom
some
nom
munchies.
on some
We didn't
teriyaki.
talk about that.
Shiitake mushrooms.
Yeah, a little bit of this corpse disintegration. It's not that serious.
But
We need stuff.
we could also preserve the rest of the corpses. That's a
Yeah.
good thing. Yeah, so she could eat on them later.
No, those got turned in for questioning.
Well, they're dead, so I don't know how much questioning's
Or I
gonna
guess-
happen.
I guess burial, I presume. I don't know what they do with criminal corpses. Wiki didn't think about that part too much. She just preserved them and handed them over to the...
Compost!
I mean, yeah, she wouldn't be opposed to that either. But anyway, yeah, we left off closing interviews with the press and heading out with, I believe we were looking for, hold on, I know it. Hold on. Aaron Cash to begin our training patrol.
Do you remember who she
Well,
is?
we
Yeah,
were gonna
Guard
go
Captain Aaron Cash.
we were gonna go to Inquisitorial headquarters first, and then
Oh yeah, do a little report, I think.
yeah, do the report, grab some supplies, and then go down to the, I believe it was the archives, right? Where they were saying they were hearing some weird stuff, seeing some things.
I
Oh,
believe
yeah,
it was the Carpe. Give me a second, I can actually find the name of it when I've got go down there. The Carpe Librum Athenaeum, which is actually the library. Library archives, that thing. Yes.
Also, we may be getting a promotion.
Yay!
I don't know about that.
So,
The last several times I was up for a promotion, I have not trusted those times.
so, why? Why
Oh,
not?
don't worry, Habru. This is a fantasy world where promotions mean good things.
Yes.
Oh, right, excuse me. How could I ever blur the
extra
lines?
work with less pay. Done.
Yeah.
Also a high
No,
rate of
that's
death.
the real world. This is fantasy.
Right, and so there's fantasy money for the high rate of stress you're gonna get.
And yet you keep coming back. So, Dusty,
Yeah, and I
obviously,
wonder why.
Dusty, you obviously get inspiration for that.
Woo!
Woo! Who knows? You might need it this time. After all,
Oh god,
if
that's right. I'm in a bad way from almost drowning.
Well, we're gonna get to the Inquisitorial headquarters, get you patched up, and then grab some stuff, and then do
Dusty
what
hype.
hype.
Hey,
Yeah. Hello, Bramwind. So yes, with that then, diving into the usual. One moment, actually, I am being momentarily interrupted.
fun fact: the evil campaign that I mentioned to you, Tegan, Bramwind is the DM for it.
I will actually take. I just need to have like 2 minutes to just go deal with a child-related thing. So talk amongst yourselves.
Bramwin, how is
Totally.
Dusty's evil laugh? Is it like sufficiently evil, or is it like getting there evil?
Tell him, Bramwind.
Evil in training.
Tell him how evil my character is.
Inquiry
Hey.
minds are wanting to know. It's me. I'm the.
Boom, check it.
Gives chills. Wow. Could we sample said evil laugh?
All right, this guy is a ghoul gnoll, mind you.
Okay.
He's a big. So, let me see if I can get him. I am Dead Fang, and I aim to lead an army that will swallow next whole.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. I dig. I dig.
I have a smaller evil guy in a different campaign he's a much more chill, sophisticated evil.
Like tax fraud, office employees kind of evil, or like
What?
Like American
What?
Psycho
What?
evil.
White collar. Oh.
Oh, definitely not white collar thing.
I mean, he grew up pretty white collar. He's just
Okay.
holds himself to a higher standard now. He has to, or else he'll become an absolute monster.
Okay. And how many axe murders does he have under his belt?
In character he counts. Above game I don't. But quite a few. Definitely in the double digits.
Okay.
Although he doesn't use an axe, he uses a wooden sword from a wooden prop sword from his acting days that he casts Shillelagh on.
Is he a bad guy because he got spurned as a actor and got told he doesn't have talent, and that drives him to commit the crime he does?
No, he's a bad guy because he's a literal textbook psychopath.
Oh,
Born
okay.
he was
I
literally
thought-
born evil, and he's
Okay.
accepted his villainous. He's accepted his villainous part in the world.
Okay.
He is
I've
very
always-
evil.
I've always wanted someone to have the like, hey, cool reason for murder, still murder though.
Yeah, no, he fully understands what he is. He
Okay.
wants nobody to mistake. He is evil. This world is a stage, and he is the main. He is just another character, as is everyone else. He cannot grow attached to anyone beyond what they are what he sees them as. Just characters in a show.
And meanwhile, his mother's going, "Why couldn't you be an evil scientist like your brother?"
uh, honestly, I just told the DM in that campaign to just go off the rail, do whatever he wants with the mother situation. That could very well happen.
You never call. Your evil sister sends me death letters all the time.
Lol. Hello, Steve, man. Welcome. It's good to see you here.
Hey, Stevie boy.
Yes, Stevie boy. So, I'm back. Trying to remember to breathe. Stairs suck.
Yes, he's back.
Back again. Okay. Whew. So,
He's back.
what up, homies? Yes. Unfortunately, we are down Richard Feynman this evening. I hope...
Very unfortunate.
Well, Captain Richard Feynman, should I say, because he did
Captain
have...
Feynman's just fine.
He's about to get the Captain Jack Sparrow treatment the rest of this campaign.
Well, it depends on how long before you guys... That guy and his darn... See, I told you it was
Reset him.
tonsillitis. He needs a reset, yeah. All right. With that, are we ready to jump in now?
Yeah.
All right. We know what happens next then.
Yep.
Good evening, Moonblight. I'm Misty Challenger, and you're joining me for the 9 p.m. news. City officials are grateful to the new Omega Squad for breaking up a ring of Myconid terrorists down at the Leviathan Shrine. Insiders suggest that their plans for a demonic insurgency were foiled by what sources are saying is the most talented team the Imperium has trained to date. Imperium leadership has taken on record to say that the team is being elevated to take on more responsibility following their success. Team spokesperson, Molly Wicked Willowstick, had this to say.
It's a terrible thing to have transpired. It's difficult for us to understand what could drive the actions of such servants of chaos, and such a lack of understanding can be terrifying. But no matter what, we must stay strong. You, the people of Nethreg, are the backbone of all that we stand to achieve, the hope of a peaceful and prosperous future. So keep smiling, and keep your faith, for that is the best defiance you can have against the forces of misery. Rest assured we will be there with you every step of the way.
Town Guard leadership is stating that it will be interesting to follow this team as their status rises quickly through the ranks. Guards at the local temple district have made reports of hooded figures being caught on camera lurking around gravesites and older mausoleums in the oldest parts of the cemetery. When investigated, there appears to be no sign of foul play or desecration to the sites. Imperium officials are stating that there will be an increased number of patrols that will be designated to the area to increase the presence of guards in a bid to keep the peace. Citizens are asked to report any information to Navestoppers should they discover it. Lawmakers and officials are continuing to collect information and evidence surrounding the ongoing investigation into disgraced academic Mina Bessinger. Reports state that the professor was caught allegedly luring unsuspecting handy persons to her home in a bid to sacrifice them to notorious previous archdemon leader of Purgatory, Leviathan. Investigators are conducting ongoing questioning into the reasons behind her involvement and what the demon lords may have over the potential suspect. The night will stay clear of cloud cover and humidity. We'll be staying at around 40% overnight, leading to a pleasant morning. Some slight breezes will pick up in the afternoon, becoming cloudy and cooler in the evening. For more news, entertainment, and weather and traffic updates, please follow us on Facebook, Hex, TwigTalk, and Hextagram. Otherwise, join me for the news at midday. I'm Misty Bessinger for 606.9 PMB, home of your local news. So I believe that a lot of you are trekking back to the Imperium, are you not?
To Inquisitorial headquarters, correct.
Yes.
No.
How'd
If
you like
someone's
what I
in their
prepared?
own car.
That's right, I went by myself because fuck you guys. I was not dealing with Captain Feynman.
Oh, that's right. You wouldn't. You wouldn't.
I couldn't stand Feynman. Oh my god. I went by myself.
And of course, Warlock's changed back into his van form with the captain figurehead and the two mermaids either side on the side of the panels.
Wicked will join Warlock.
Despite everything, Feynman, as you were about to leave, Feynman has extricated himself, saying he just needs to make sure that his crew knows what we'll be doing ahead of you guys. Ahead of you guys going on your walk tonight, so that might take up a little bit of his time. So he decides to stay with his ship.
He's
So
got to get his ship fucking validated.
he's got to get the ship in ship shape. So, Wicked, you are. I assume you sit in the front passenger seat, or do you sit in the driver's seat?
Does Warlock allow me in the driver's seat?
Oh, he doesn't care who sits in the driver's seat because you guys aren't driving.
There's no steering wheel or brake pedal.
Oh, there's a steering wheel. It doesn't do anything, though.
Not if he has anything to say about it.
Yep.
Wicked will sit in the passenger seat then. Feels more dramatic that way.
Well, look, when you speak to the inhabitants of the vehicle, does it come through the radio?
Yes.
So, I don't think I'd ever ask that. So, Wicked, what are you...
No, come to stereo.
What are you doing? Just sitting in the seat, twiddling your thumbs.
Warlock or not Warlock. Wicked, fucking W's. Wicked is just reflecting on the events that have transpired in the last hour or two, maybe 3. She is very uncomfortable with the fact of that people have died, and that she seems to have eaten someone, plant or not. She's definitely glad that nobody else saw her outside of the group. She's gonna speak. Hey, Warlock?
Yes. How can I help?
What do you think of me?
Think of you?
Yeah. Like, what are... how to put a way to put... What are words, descriptors that you'd associate when you think of me? Beyond appearance.
Leader? Spokesperson? Friend?
Oh.
Is this what you require?
I think so. I haven't had many friends before.
Neither have I.
Nothing.
This group is my first lot of friends. Am I your friend?
There is no Dusty. Dusty is gone.
Oh no, I have ejected him.
I think you might have. I think Wicked... I think Wicked has vanished. New unreads, oh dear.
Power outage.
Oh no! No! Well, with that then, obviously Wicked is sitting in quiet contemplation. I guess? It's the end times, yeah. Well, with that, then, as you are sitting in quiet contemplation of what it means to be a friend, Habaru.
I shall play some calming music on our journey.
Do you have a song in
And the
particular?
radio will just come on.
Okay.
Hang on. This is what we have to know. What is Warlock's calming music?
Warlock's calming music. What is Warlock's calming music?
Dial up.
Probably death metal.
I was gonna say, is it gonna be like just like some really old school Metallica or?
Well,
I mean, nondescript rock metal band
No.
that definitely likes to sue people if they even mention their brand name.
something like that. Death metal.
Death metal remix of disco classics.
Nice. We will go
Okay.
that. Meanwhile, Habaru, you are sitting in a town car. It's very fancy. The seats are a lovely tan leather. And sitting opposite you is the guard captain, Erin Cash. And she's just sitting there opposite you because there are two seats facing each other. Her back is to the driver. She's just got her legs crossed and she is completely in her black leathers and armor as she's just watching you. Unblinking.
Hello?
Dusty's back! At the moment, Dusty...
Sort of.
At the moment, Dusty, you are listening to death metal remixes of disco classics.
That's
Awesome.
calming music from Warlock.
Awesome. You may have noticed my quality has dropped a mite. I am currently on my phone right now.
Hey, look. However,
You're phoning this in, aren't you?
however you got to do it. I mean, the amount of times that my stream usually cuts out, I'm impressed we still have people watching us.
Yeah.
So,
God damn, it is like a blackout out there.
ooh, that's great for you. I love that for you. Love that for you.
I imagine it's moved on to Habaru at the moment.
Yes. Because Warlock
Alright.
left you on the question, do you consider me a friend? And I think you just slipped into quiet contemplation of what that means. I believe that's where we kind of went because we didn't know how long you'd be.
Wiki would absolutely reply with a yes.
Okay. And then Warlock moved on to calm you with death metal.
All right.
So yes,
See what I can do around here.
Habaru, you are fixed under the unnerving stare of the guard captain.
Oh, I thought I got in the cab by myself. I could stop stuttering.
Oh, you thought you got in the car by yourself? Yes. But she also climbed in with you, as she needs to stay with you this evening.
Almost went into Roland there for a second.
All of your accents are
Okay.
Roland at this point.
Don't judge me. Guard captain, hi.
I can't remember the voice I did for her. What voice did I do for her? Most likely British, let's be honest. Well,
Say,
that went well, didn't it?
yeah, big ol' win for the Imperium. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm more actually just talking about overall, not exactly the desired effect you were going for.
No, but when Richard fucking Feynman has his mind on something, it's very hard to get him to step off of it.
So, what are you actually going to do about it? I mean, a child died, a whole heap of people died, despite what the Imperium wants to tell you.
I'm gonna go back to Inquisitorial headquarters, give my report, wait for the rest of my team to show up, go do the next thing.
I get the impression you're not very happy with that, though.
Well, I'm not paid to be happy. I'm paid to get things done. So.
But you don't want to do what's right.
I don't want to have this conversation, is what I don't want.
Interesting.
I don't need to be lectured on morals. I get it.
No.
My ideas are
No.
different.
Wait, that's what you think this is?
Every person I have talked to has been, well, why don't you want to serve the public? Why won't you let us do this for the public good? And I get it. I'm not from here. I'm an outsider. I don't care. I'm just going to get my money and I'm just going to walk my walk.
I mean, yeah, exactly. But, I mean, it's still the same question, I guess. But I'm more interested in your answer, not the company answer. Don't you want to help the public good?
What is the difference between you and me?
You work
Like,
for
on
the
the
Imperium
purely-
and I actually serve the people. I've worked with the guy that actually used to run this place before, you know,
And
the Imperium came in and stepped in. I'm a town
Right,
guard, I'm not
and-
Imperium.
right, and at the end of the day, who has more influence? You, the guard captain, or me as an agent of the Imperium? Even though one of us is said captain.
That's right, Bosco. Well, it depends, really. Who has more
What I'm-
power, the government or the people?
That's kind of what I'm getting at. People, I think we should encourage people to be good. Yeah, that's no problem. But when it comes from the line of, okay, we'll have a select group of people who are more equal than the other people running around doing shit, then is it really that people are equal and free? Or is it they only protect those who bend the knee?
See, it doesn't really work the same way here. I mean, like, I know that things are a lot different than, well, they used to be. Obviously, the merge created this false place of living, I guess. But, see, I find it interesting because you're not from here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you see? What do you think of this whole idea that the archdemons that used to run this place, that the demons are, well, bad guys who are trying to take down justice and order? What do you make of it all?
Well, two things come to mind. I guess really just one thing. It is very easy to transition into the thing you were fighting when you're going from, hey, we're gonna help everyone, to we have to consolidate power to continue to help people, to keep consolidating power. And again, not my bone. I'm not from here. I got no real stake besides this place just pays me money.
You don't see the problem
Yeah.
with that, though.
No, I do. If people just don't care, then people can do whatever they want, and sometimes whatever they want is bad.
You think it'll stop
But-
here? Of the three realms that are now connected,
Mm-hmm.
which one do you think is the more powerful?
That is such a loaded question and a hard to justify answer, no matter how you put it.
Well, you come from a place that's ruled over by the Witch Queens, aren't you?
Yeah.
And, well,
I would probably say this land, objectively, is probably the weakest because it's not as united. But if it was all under one flag, one banner...
that's where you're wrong, Habaru. Nethreg has one thing that the other two don't.
Demon infestation?
What do you know about the merge? What have you learned about the merge?
Besides the fact that you're being very faint and it's hard to hear you.
Ooh. Sorry.
Not too much.
Not too much. Okay. So you're from a place where the gods used to run rampant, right? Like they walked among the earth, helped people, generally just did stuff, right?
Yeah, gods and other living legends. Yeah.
Yeah, but that all kind of vanished when the merge happened, right?
Right.
Nethreg is ruled over by their own deities, I guess, if you want to call them that. The archdemons are like gods, but they're not stuck in the celestial plane that's off elsewhere, not connected to the realm. They're here
We're talking
still
about the
fighting.
archdemons that you're currently fighting with, right?
Yeah, so we're talking, Leviathan. We're talking about, Beret and things like that. All of the archdemons that rule over every circle in Nethreg. They're still here, hiding. When the Imperium came in, they didn't try to fight back. They went into hiding.
Okay.
Well, doesn't that make you wonder why? But also, it means that if their power is still here, they are essentially the most powerful beings to be in touch with the three planes. So if that's the case, why hide?
I got no answer for you. Maybe they know something we don't.
And doesn't that intrigue you at all?
I mean, sure. There's a lot of things that intrigue me, but we'll realistically never get the answers to them in our lifetimes, or probably anyone's lifetime.
What
Because
if
some secrets are just not meant to be known.
What if you could get answers? Would you be interested?
Where are you trying to lead this conversation, Cash?
I guess I'm trying to figure out where your loyalties lie.
What, you worried I'm turning on the Imperium?
Let's
'Cause,
just
yeah,
say
I'm frustrated with it.
I'm
but
more
not
interested
affected.
if you're not.
Yeah, I think you're barking up the wrong tree there.
What, you don't actually want to help people and do the right thing and actually, not lie to the public about what's going on?
Again, I'm an outsider. Who am I to tell these people what's right and wrong? I'm not from here. I can bitch about it and complain about it, but at the end of the day...
I don't know. I read your file. I just thought that somebody that was connected to the Glass Crown family might actually, have a backbone.
Ah, but that's where you're wrong, because I'm not a glass crown.
Oh, so because you don't have the name, you don't... You know what? Right. You're right. Maybe I am barking up the wrong tree. I just thought that maybe you were somebody who gave a damn. And she
No,
kind
I
of
do.
like huffs and sits back.
I do. And it hurts to tell yourself not to care when you really want to care. But the people outside of the car, the people who are passing on the street, they don't care. You could tell them they're lying to you and that this is wrong, and you can show them, and they're going to ask you, why does it matter? I'm still being kept safe. I still get to go home and see my family.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea that people are sheep. I think that's fucking stupid. People are people.
You mean until the Imperium isn't in Nethreg anymore? Haven't you realized their whole MO is order at all costs?
Yeah.
What do you think they're going to do to wild magic wielding witch queens? What happens when the
I don't know.
demons stop being the enemy?
The fact that they can't even beat the demons as it is right now, with the demons heaviest hitters in hiding, I'm not too overtly concerned. And if they're just recruiting random schmubs like me off the street, not giving us any training and just kind of throwing us into the wild, saying, hey, go buck wild, and hoping for the best, again.
You really think that they just waltzed up to you and just went, hey, you might actually want to, help people and all that kind of stuff. You don't think that maybe they selected you and your friends for a reason?
Oh, no, I know. They probably looked at both our aptitudes and probably who we might have connections to.
So what makes you think that you're just nobody?
Because at the end of the day, yeah, sure.
The
I
end.
might know.
The end of the day. The end of the day, your best friend is the brother of the High Queen of the Witch Queens. You don't think that matters for something?
No, because I know him and he knows me. And the whole bargaining token, if it comes down to it, doesn't help.
Fine, undervalue yourself, I guess. Look, as the car is pulling up in front of the Imperium, look, if you want answers and want to help, contact me. And she just presses a dark iron disc with an etched symbol on it of a wolf and a star.
Oh, it's a medallion, right?
Yeah, it's probably about the size. Yeah, about the size of a poker chip, roughly, give or take.
Okay. I'll pocket the medallion.
And she gets out of the car, holds it open for you. Her stoic persona put back on, back in place as she holds the door open for you. As you see the purple and brown van pull up. No, it's full purple van now, isn't it? The purple van pull up behind you.
Yep.
Haha.
Purple again.
I imagine I imagine you can hear death metal just like reverberating out of the car as I assume Wicked gets out of the car, but obviously we'll just make that assumption for poor Dusty.
Poor bud.
So I assume you get out and Warlock changes back into himself.
He does.
Okay. And and you head back into the Imperium, I assume. The guard captain just follows you half a step behind. Yes, the guard captain follows you about a half step behind.
Okay. I will say We will stop by the infirmary first for Dusty, so he gets full hit points back. Because I know he was still pretty injured.
Yep, we'll say that you leave poor Wicked in the just to get patched up. Yes, you leave Wicked to get patched up at the infirmary just momentarily, and you go on, I guess, to meet up with to get paid and things like that, I believe.
Yeah.
What is our next task?
We gotta go kind of check out a library archive and figure out some of the strange bumps in the night they've been getting. It could be our missing, God, what was it? Scarlet Magish... I'm gonna say this fucking word wrong.
Magisterium.
Magisterium? Well, how do you say it for a person?
What do you mean?
Like, oh, they're part of the Scarlet
Yeah, part of the Scarlet Magisterium.
Mysterium.
Yeah, but like someone who believes in Saloon is a Selenite. And so...
It's a school. They're part of the Scarlet Magisterium. You use it as a...
Fine, we're looking for a missing professor.
Yeah, you can just... Also, if Harbury can't say it, they would also accept the mage school.
Okay, thank you. God save me. Yeah, one of the professors is, I believe, still missing. I think it's one of the professors who's, like, wanted is missing. That may be down there, so...
No, Mina Bessinger, is in the Inquisitorial headquarters being questioned. She was brought in by, I believe, the Gamma Squad.
Oh, then who were we told was down there, or might be down there?
The fact that she had been doing things in the basements.
She had been down there. Okay.
Yes.
And we're just investigating. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
It's hard to tell, but when you say library, Warlock, the little visor just seems to get a little bit brighter.
I'm gonna go grab some supplies for us to go check out this library. Do you need anything?
I have everything that I need. Thank you.
Cool. And I will...
Sorry, just the beep beep.
Oh, Wicked! You just came out of the infirmary. Good job.
Hello, Urians. Welcome. Yes, Wicked.
Hey.
Wicked got dropped at the infirmary just to get patched up, so you are now nice and healthy again.
Hey, like full health healthy or
Full health
Yeah.
healthy.
awesome?
You just missed Guard Captain Cash giving Habaru a mean grilling.
It's fine.
I think I heard most of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I heard I think up to they don't care. I think was like the end of that little exchange.
Yeah. The sheeple, even though I don't believe in that because it's fucking stupid.
Oh, I need my ambiance back. Here we go.
You can't have a setting without ambiance.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I guess as we see Wicked come stumbling out of the infirmary, looking much better, I'll ask Wicked the same question. Hey, I'm gonna go grab some equipment real quick. Do you need anything?
Oh. Let me look. Let's see. Probably more healing potions, I imagine. That's something I can guess. What would, by the way, would my time in the infirmary have counted as a short rest?
Yes, it would.
All right, awesome. I don't get much back, but it helps.
Yeah, they would have basically stabbed you with a stem and just counted it as a short rest.
Oh, nice. Anyway. Let's see. I guess healing potions, maybe. What do I have in my inventory? Do I have everything I need? Did I not get an herbalism kit?
I thought Richard Feynman had one.
Maybe.
He had it and now it's gone. That was the thing. Okay, so new rule: don't ever give Richard Feynman anything to hold. He might just eat it.
Unfortunately, yeah, he might just eat it.
Could you pick me up a new herbalism kit? You know, the
Sure.
mortar pestle, bottles, books, that sort of things.
Sounds good. I'll go pick up the equipment. You go fill out the report for what just happened. Goodbye. And I'll quickly walk away.
Wait, no.
Wait, no. Sorry.
Wait.
Habaru is power walking out of.
Man.
Are we going to the library now?
Where would we go to fill out such a report? Do we have like an office space or?
Yeah, you just drop it in with administration.
All right. All right, let's go file this report.
Do we have to file the report before going to the library?
It'd probably be best to get it out of the way first.
You hear something like a fax machine. And from about mid-chest under his plate is a report coming out.
Oh boy.
Oh no! A warlock report.
Do you need it in triplicate?
We should probably ask that. That's very handy.
I have completed it in triplicate.
Cool. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but you are roboting a bit. Hilariously, you are roboting.
Unfortunately, yes.
So, let us hand in report and head to the library.
Alrighty. Yeah, you did good today. You deserve some library time.
Thank you, friend.
You too, friend. Alright, let's go do this. We head over to administration.
You head over to administration where you see another goblin just waiting for you. He just looks up at you. He seems very sleepy and tired. He just holds out his hand.
Oh. And she'll take the report from Warlock and just hand it to him.
He has a very brief glance over it, stamps it, places his hand on it. You watch as it essentially copies onto a scroll. He hands you a copy back, and he files it away.
All right. And to the library.
Shall we head to the library now?
Indubitably.
Excellent.
He's so determined.
That's good. He wants things.
So,
Everybody knows only good things come of robots wanting things.
exactly. Meanwhile, Habaru, you head down to requisitions, where there
Okay.
is a half door with a shelf on the top of it that appears to be open. There's a bit of purplish smoke wafting out of it. It's got a kind of a bit of a funky smell to it. A bit mushroomy, a bit pungent. As you can see, a man of average height with dark wavy hair, purple lensed spectacles. He seems to have a few warts and skin blemishes on his very clearly grey and decaying flesh. As he looks at you as you come up, he kind of sizes you up. No adventurer?
Yeah. Hey.
So you want the resurrection kit, right?
No.
Oh. We're overconfident, aren't we?
No, just tired and stressed.
Oh, I got something for that. And you watch as he opens his overcoat and
no,
starts
thank you.
pulling out a vial.
No, thank you. I'm good.
Are you sure? I've got uppers, I've got downers, I can make things that make you go fast, things that make you go slow, things that make you grow hair in all sorts of places. I got some different strength potions. I have some syrups of lycanthropy, which give you temporary perks of being a lycanthrope without being one.
I'm very much good, thank you. I do have some things I was hoping to requisition.
Well, you do have a set budget amount. He looks down at his little computer screen. Just updated. Oh, so you're the new Gamma Squad.
Yes. Hi, hello.
Oh, well, that's gonna really tick Cyan right off, getting demoted like that. Oh.
Wait. Who got demoted?
Oh, you know, the old Gamma Squad leader, Cyan, about yay tall, bit of a prick.
Have we?
Yes.
Cyan?
Yes, you unequivocally
Oh,
do not like him.
Right, Okay. What? Wait. But we got promoted and it demoted him?
Yeah, you guys have been like the up and coming stars. Everyone can't believe it how much you've shot up, but you know, your efforts today and tonight have kind of told management that you need to be higher regarded.
Why
You
does that
get
make
the
that makes no
job done.
sense. Right, but why would you demote someone else just because another team is also doing well?
Well, everybody got shunted down.
What? Wait, hang on. Let me rephrase this. Is this like a instead of a promotion, it's a team stack ranking?
Yeah, basically.
Why the fuck would they do that?
I don't know. Why would they make game cards of you and, you know, trading cards and what part of you are essentially collectible celebrities that you don't get? There are kids out there who by this time tomorrow will have already started their Habaru cosplays and stuff to wear to like AdventureCon.
Oh, gods above, I hate this. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I need to wreck some supplies, please. How much do I have in terms of requisition points or money or whatever?
Well, you tell me what you need and I'll tell you if you go over it.
I need 9 handcuffs. I'm thinking like 4 flashlights. The really durable ones.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe 6 potions.
What kind of potions?
Just a standard health potion.
Oh, I can give you some greater ones, about 4 of them.
No, we'll stick with the 6 for now.
Okay,
the
6 standard. Got it. I do have this little pouch, by the way. I do have a note on here that this pouch in particular is for Wicked. And he just kind of sends it, slides it across to you. It's a durable leather, almost like a hardcover pouch with a copper lock on it. Seems that it holds about 6 vials or so.
Oh. Okay. Speaking of Wicked, I could use a herbalist kit.
Yeah, no problems.
And then...
Herbalist kit or a herbalist kit? He says in air quotes.
Can I get both?
Oh, sure, I'll add that
because
on. He puts down what appears to be like a standard tobacco pouch, with some filters and stuff, as well as a healer's kit, herbalist kit.
Yep. Herbalist kit, and then quote unquote herbalist kit.
Yep.
And then
Good choice.
finally,
Good choice.
yeah, I'm like knowing Wicked. Finally, I got bolt cutters, I got duct tape, I got compass, I got my shovel, I got the crowbar, hammer. How many flashbangs can I get?
I can give you about 4.
I will take all 4.
Sure thing. You do know how to use flashbangs, like.
Pull the pin and hold them as close to my face, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought.
We're here for it. We're here for a fun time, not a long time.
We'll live fast, die young, stay pretty. Okay. That is all I had. Thank you so much.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, I'll fill out any necessary paperwork and then I will go back and join up with the group.
Okay. So, you join up with the group.
All right. I have goodies for everyone.
Ooh. Nice.
Wicked. Your herbalism kit, and it will hold out the herbalism kit, and then your herbalism kit. I didn't know if you wanted both of them, so I just got both.
Clap, clap,
went on-
clap. Going above and beyond. Thank you very
It
much.
went on the company card, so it's whatever at this point, I guess.
Oh, nice.
Speaking of company card, 2 health potions for you,
Hey.
and I will turn to Warlock. A health potion for you, and then as soon as we meet again with fucking Captain Feynman, I'll give him the other 2.
Do you give Wicked the hard shell leather case?
Not yet.
Okay.
Because
Alright,
I'm more confident this is going to take a little bit more time.
Okay.
Warlock. This is a handcuff. You know how to use this. Warlock is stunned into silence.
Warlock is dead.
So tonight seems to be the night for technical difficulties, doesn't it?
I'm happy.
Do you require me to put these on?
No. Like, if you were to put these on someone else to restrain them, do you know how to do that?
Affirmative.
All right, cool. And I will hand one of the handcuffs to Warlock. Put it on Wicked.
What?
Click, click.
What? Wait. What? She's
It's Wicked under arrest.
I don't know. What would you tell someone if they were under arrest?
You are under arrest.
There you go. That's complete Warlock, and I'll unlock Wicked's handcuffs.
You could have just asked.
Element's prize is always the best thing in the world. So I will hand 3 handcuffs to Warlock and 3 to Wicked.
Oh my.
The flashbangs, I'm keeping all of those. I don't trust anyone else with them.
I believe they're just I believe they're manacles in the items, right?
Yes. Yes, I believe so.
Well,
All right, manacles.
yes, but there is also like separate handcuffs in the modern kit. So yes, manacles. I'm just being difficult.
I cannot take these manacles. They weigh too much.
Oh, I don't work with encumbrance unless it's absolutely
gotcha,
ridiculous. Yeah, unless it's ridiculous, like you're trying to carry a tank or something. Yeah, I don't work on that just because otherwise you guys can never carry anything and it just gets to a point. I mean, for your heavier stuff, you do have a warlock, so
Nice.
We have a wall.
Finally, here's your guys' flashlights. Because I know you all can see in the dark perfectly fine. However, it's always good to be able to shine a light on stuff that isn't magical. And worst case scenario, you can hit someone with it. These are the sturdy ones.
Ooh, quality.
Finally, Wicked. I don't know what this is. He just told me this was for you, and he'll hand over the leather pouch that I was given.
Question: do I know what this is?
you open it up.
Is this something new?
It is something new. I'm just finishing up what I'm sending to you, just so that you know what these are, because there are some special information that goes with some of these.
I think I know what information you're talking about.
Yes.
I believe we were handed a doc about this.
Yes. So, you have 6 vials inside. 2 which seem to have some ground up leaves in it. 2 that seems to have a blue powder, and 2 that seems to be full of a very fine grade yellow powder, which I am also just sending to your personal channel, just so you know exactly what they do. There's a little note tucked inside.
For your own personal use.
Yes, there is a little note tucked inside as a personal gift from Liliana.
Oh boy. Oh my. Wicca would definitely recognize at least one of these.
Yes. I love the fact that you're now avidly reading it, just trying to find out exactly. The yellow powder, judging by the fineness of the dust, you can tell it's the high quality stuff, medical grade.
Ooh.
Do you have some narcotics? Do you have like pixie meth or something?
What do you
No,
say?
no. Habaru does not look at you or try to glance at whoever you got. That's your business, not his. So he doesn't
Then
try to
mind
figure out
your
what you have.
business.
But this is Rosewood asking, "Do you have pixie meth or whatever?"
If to answer that specifically, no.
Okay, cool. I'm glad it was
I
a specific answer.
I specifically do not have pixie meth.
Okay, moving on. All right. I guess we need to go find Cash because she's gonna shadow us the rest of the night.
I can see where you highlighted them too. Documents are fun.
So yes, I know Wicked's gonna have a lot of fun with this.
Yeah.
Tegan,
Yes,
were you meaning to send that to me?
yes, because I know that you will like at least one of them and recognize it heavily.
Okay.
Thanks, Sash. We love him making a resurgence. And the fact that I actually had to figure out exactly what his tea did. So, so yes. So
I just wanted him to make tea, and the other player's like, "Oh no, he's making drugs. Yeah, he's roofing people," and that made it really fucking weird.
it did, but I think no, but he does help people. That particular character does help people. Either way, so yes, you have your requisitioned goods. You wander around and find Karsh sitting in the cafeteria.
Library.
Uh,
Library.
she has a very juicy looking burger in front of her. The meat has a slightly greenish hue to it, but it does look juicy and it smells delicious.
Okay. Will our pay for this? I guess this bust be loaded onto our company card?
Yeah. Like, they'll probably pay it into your card probably tomorrow or the day after. Depends on how tonight goes, wanting to add it all together and everything like that. Did you guys want something to eat before we head out? I mean, we can always stop in at Owlie's if you really want. A bit later.
Can we hear Warlock's chassis like vibrating?
I would assume so.
As he just like kind of like is so, well, he just wandered off. So, you know what? I'll just take like a protein bar to go.
Yeah, sure. They're up there. Just grab one off the counter.
Yeah, I'll grab two. Wicked.
I do recommend, if you haven't had the ones the Imperium gets before, steer clear of the sour cherry. It's heavy on the sour, less on the cherry, unless you specifically like sucking a cough drop.
Okay. I will go up to the protein bar and I will make sure to specifically grab one of that sour cherry, but just two other random flavors.
What flavors would you like? They've got a whole cavalcade. Even birthday cake and like choc chip cookie crumble.
Well, for a lack of not holding this up, just two like apple flavor.
Okay, two apple flavor.
Bars, I guess.
They feel slightly moist. They've got a bit of give to them.
God, dude.
Okay, so you grab 2 bars. Yeah. So you head on out. Warlock, you wandered off. I'm assuming you're heading to the front entrance.
Yep.
Okay. So you're waiting out the front for them, or?
He is transforming and beating the horn.
You just start, as you guys are walking down the corridors to get to the front, you just hear the horn blaring through the square.
God damn.
Oh, son of a bitch! I forgot to get his gas mask. I'll do that next time we come back. Oh, wicked.
Huh? Yeah.
Be careful if you run into Gamma Squad. Apparently, we got them demoted, and
Wait.
apparently they're not very happy.
Wait, so you mean we're Gamma Squad now?
No, we're still Omega. It's just our stat ranking went up and it demoted them, which, by the way, that's a really fucking dumb system. I hate this.
Wait, so are they Omega Squad now too, or?
No. They're still the same squad. The squad name doesn't change.
That you
Right.
know
But
of.
in
See,
terms
then the
of
squad name
people's-
hasn't changed.
Yeah, the squad name hasn't changed, but our rankings compared to some of the other squads has changed.
Right. She like winks
Big.
at you.
Gamma Squad is being sore losers right now. Just don't talk to them.
All right. Warlock's waiting for us.
Okay, so you guys get into the very impatient purple van.
I don't know why Warlock's trying to hurry off to the library. He hasn't said he wanted to go to the library at all.
I think he might be a little sore from you not writing with us earlier.
I just didn't want to risk riding with Richard Feynman. I was surprised he didn't come with.
You might want to apologize to him.
Hey, Warlock, your chassis is looking really firm and oiled.
What the fuck?
What the fuck was that?
It means he has a
that a compliment?
structurally sound. Yeah, it means you have a very structurally sound design.
I thank you.
I'm a blacksmith. I
Well,
can
notice-
appreciate this kind of stuff.
Library?
Library time.
Okay, you all climb in, and
Patsy's riding with us, correct?
she is riding with you. She climbs into the one of the back seats. Warlock, you program your GPS for the library, and you start heading off to go around the inner circle, past the White Fox Cabaret. You know it's going to take you about 45 minutes to get there.
40.
Yeah, the entire time Haber is talking to Warlock. All right, dude, if we get in a wreck, you're gonna delay us getting to the library. Don't push the speed limit any more than you need to. All right.
He'll slow down and then it'll slowly creep up again.
Yeah, and we'll just do this for 40 minutes.
Okay,
Yep.
so you go.
No, I'm just reading stuff. Sorry.
I'm so excited for you to read that. So, you get to the library, and as you do so, you can see that the whole place is closed up. It is very barely lit. As you get out of the vehicle, Aaron Cash, you watch as she quickly sends through a text message to whoever is running the library. Someone's wallet's gone again.
He's turning back into standing form.
Exactly. So, yes, she sends a message, and you watch as the doors of this library open up. And standing at the top is a human-looking gentleman. He has quite blue hair, very blue eyes, but there's in the dull light of the evening light of where he is at the library, you can see his skin has a kind of greyish metallic cast to it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There it is.
It is a big map, I do apologize.
All right, where are we? There we are. There's my pretty face. Oh. I could go for some relaxation right now. This
Well-
quiet library seems just a place.
Roll 20. Please don't crash on me now.
It is a big map. I
Yeah,
do
it's hard for
apologize.
me too.
Yeah.
Oh no, like roll 20 just stopped loading, so I had to reload it, and now it's just like.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Now it's going.
This is down slightly. There we go.
All right.
So,
Oh, jeez, you're off the grid. Oh, you're both off the grid. Oh, there we go.
yes.
What you talking about, fool? I am the grid.
You make your way up the staircase to. The building is about 3 stories. You can see it's got a lovely wraparound porchway. And standing in the doorway over here, you see it.
Don't panic,
This
but
gentleman.
I can't see anything. It's all black to me.
Oh, for goodness sake.
You might need to scroll down.
But don't stress. No,
I
I've
just
done all
scroll
that.
down.
Let's have a look
Oh,
at your
well,
dynamic
yeah.
light. Nope, this would be why. Is that better? Is that better? Can you see now?
Number 1
Yeah.
or number 2? 1 or 2?
No. I'm gonna have to reload again.
I did change
No worries.
your token to make sure you've got vision.
Now, is this cyberpunk or Detroit Become Human?
So, for those who don't know, this gentleman is actually a Nethragar human. They are known as Makia. So, for a little bit of sublore while poor Valkor's trying to find himself,
Yeah, there I am.
basically, Makia are humans who augment their body with machine parts. So, not quite cyborgs, but in that direction. They are always seeking the perfect form of themselves.
Meanwhile, what kid doesn't have to, because she's perfect in every way already.
I love the fact that I gave you a giant map to explore and then let you wander around it.
Well, look, it's just continuing.
Well, here, hang on. Warlock, hang on, come back. Warlock, please.
Library.
Hang on. Right, we gotta talk to the librarian first. Right? You are the librarian, sir?
Yeah, I'm the librarian. Thordis Knox. And he holds out a hand.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Hello, Mr. Knox.
So
Warlock, please come back.
your, he shakes whoever offers first. You're, the guys that have gonna come and investigate, some of the stuff that's going on.
Yeah, why don't you give us a description of what's going on?
Yeah, give us a quick recount.
Well, some people are claiming that they've seen ghosts around the place. You know, we used to seeing the dead around here, but ghosts? And we're not just talking like regular ghosts. We're talking, you know, the creepy ones that kind of just appear when you're not looking out of the corner of your eye and, you know, don't just wander through or, you know, be a poltergeist or whatever. They look wrong somehow.
Okay.
Sorry, one sec. Warlock, you can explore a bit, but stay where we can see you.
Thank you.
We'll let you know when we need to move forward.
So,
Oh, and don't dismantle
Doesn't
any of
say
the
anything,
books.
just keeps going.
So, like, yeah, they've been showing up
Sorry,
mostly.
continue.
They've been mostly showing up on the ground floor, and down in the archives down below. But we've had the Imperium look all over the place and stuff like that, the guards and whatnot. We even had the temples here, and well, they can't seem to find out where they're coming from, and without that, they can't really banish them. So, you know, at a loss of that, you know, people are coming in, getting terrified, and hearing voices whispering to them and apparently calling them somewhere.
Has anyone gone to any place common? Like, everyone that got called somewhere went to, like, a certain floor, a room, a door?
It mostly led down to the archives, and then they just vanished.
The ghosts or the people?
Both.
Well,
Oh.
shit. Okay. How many people are we talking?
Oh, well, we weren't really sure, but we've seen about 3 different ghosts at least. But, you know, the ghosts that I've been told about, the other librarians have been seeing different things, all number of kind of looks to them. We've seen goblins, we've seen a number of fey creatures and all that kind of stuff. You know, we're not really sure, but according to what the Imperium reports have told us, that apparently they found like no less than 13 bodies in that professor's house.
Right. Gosh.
Yeah.
It's really scary.
He says
gives-
this.
She gives Habaru a knowing look, like we were there.
As Warlock gives me a knowing look, I want to give a look to Cash. What is she? Fuck, how do I ask this? Does it look like she knows anything, or kind of reacts to
Feynman
the?
was-
I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. If it looks like Cash either knows something or if she reacts to when Nox is saying the Imperium told us this.
She doesn't seem surprised that that the Imperium told them. She's kind of just waiting for you to finish with Nox. She's kind of keeping it whatever. She looks like she's holding back from saying stuff because she's trying to keep stuff close to her chest.
Okay.
So she's letting you finish your questioning of the gentleman first.
Okay. Any questions or ideas, Wicked?
Well, I can certainly show you, at least point you in the direction of the basement if you want to start in the archives, or you can kind of just wander around and see if you can find any of the spirits, or I don't know.
Do you, by chance, have a master key?
Well, we do have a master key, but I mean, none of the places that, you know, they seem to show up are locked. Like, we don't lock off any of the rooms. It's kind of all walk through, apart from, you know, a few storage closets here and there.
Just because we're going down to the archive, I would still feel comfortable if we had a master key, just in case we need to unlock any rooms or anything of that nature.
Oh, yeah, sure. He pulls a metallic card out of his pocket. He hands it to you. I'll be here at the front desk if you need, so just kind of as long as you don't set anything on fire or damage the books in any way, you know, you're free to go wherever you like.
The last question I have is there no cameras in the archive or any cameras catching the ghosts or the people who are disappearing down into the archive?
Well, I mean, we've got cameras around the place, you know, all in the upper floors. We do have some downstairs and whatnot, but we've, you know, we've tried to have a look. The temples, especially the grave and death temples, wanted to have a look, but no spiritual entities showed up. We had people from the Shrine of Leviathan. They said that there was like any time that we looked at the time signatures where there were supposedly spirits, apparently they said there was kind of like this inky shadows in the places where the ghosts were supposed to be, but that's not like any of the shades that they deal with.
Okay.
But you're welcome to take a look. He opens up the flap in the circular desk that's in the middle of this room, and lets you behind the desk at the computer to like give you access to the files.
I think this is something Warlock should do.
Warlock is wandering around at casting comprehend languages. You can
He's
just
not
hear.
wandering around because he's staying within eyesight.
He is staying within eyesight, but you hear the similar sound to the noise he was making at the docks.
He's
Yep,
being a
and that
good
is-
robot boy and studying hard.
Yes. Okay. Wicked, Cash. Let's repuddle and brainstorm and figure something out.
Okay.
Okay. Hash.
Yes?
Do you have any unique insights you would wish to offer the group?
Well, she kind of gestures over towards Warlock, as in create some distance between yourself and,
Where did he go?
what do you mean, where did he go?
Warlock?
What?
Warlock, where are you?
It's more she wants to put some distance between you guys and Thordis.
Okay.
Warlock?
Warlock? Oh, he's right there. Okay.
Okay.
Line of sight, dude. You gotta stay. Never mind. Sorry to bother you, Warlock. Continue to do what you're doing. Okay, let's. I'll just.
As you know, he just continues what he's doing.
Yeah. We'll give Warlock more room to explore.
So the town guard found out about the bodies. The Imperium took over, confiscated the bodies, arrested the professor. Pretty much after that, we didn't see anything about it. It was in the Imperium hands at that point, and so we haven't gotten to do our own investigations or anything like that. It's
The whole the professor did it. Is that something you buy?
It's all of the evidence that we could find at the professor's place seemed to indicate that she did have something to do with it. She seemed to have records and sigils that looked like very dark, forbidden necromantic works. Obviously, the Imperium confiscated that and went to inquire at the Scarlet Magisterium. Then we had one of the higher lieutenants in the Imperium show up with a weird-looking rock and kind of walk around with it, and it seemed to have different panels that would light up.
What do you mean, weird looking rock?
was kind of a small obelisk kind of shape, standard stone. Had different kind of etchings and hieroglyphs up and down the sides. Different runes and seals. And yeah, they'd kind of walk it around this woman's house, particularly in her basement where the bodies were found, and those symbols seem to light up when they'd match up with something on this rock.
Okay. Wicked, I'm grasping at straws at this point. Do you have any input or ideas besides us just going down into the death hole?
I mean, there was something weird, but we kind of just put it down to one of the young sergeants kind of went a bit loopy at what had happened to some of the bodies. As we were leaving, he said that the owl was talking to him.
Interesting.
Would you believe me if I told you she told us that owl was her husband?
I mean, it's not completely out of the realm of possibility. It depends on if he was resurrected into the owl. I mean, there are death rituals. I guess you could go talk to the priests at like the death and grave temples.
Did he happen to mention what the owl said to him?
Weirdly, he was saying something about he will be free. He just kept repeating, he will be free.
Like, quote, like word for word, or like the owl is saying, "I will be free."
No, he was saying, apparently, the exact words that the young sergeant was saying was, he will be free, he will be free. He said that's word for word what the owl was saying, he will be free.
Isn't that
Interesting.
what Mycelium for saying?
Something along those lines.
You don't think
Okay.
that these things are, like, related, do you?
Once is once, and twice is too many fucking times. So the fact that we're even hearing the phrase "he will be free" more than once pisses me off.
At the very least, they appear to be trying to achieve something similar, even if they're not directly related.
Well, hey, Warlock. You got a minute, buddy?
As you watch as Warlock just disappears off into one of the side rooms.
Well, I can still see him.
You watch as books are floating, floating off the shelves, and then floating back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I just call out to him, and I'm just waiting for him to respond.
I think I saw him do that before.
He doesn't seem to hear you.
Is he just like downloading all the knowledge to his like memory?
I guess he's having fun assimilating it.
How many teraflops of energy, or not energy, but memory would you need to download this entire library the way he's doing it?
I imagine as much as a person's, which is quite a lot. Probably.
Hey, Warlock. Need your expertise, bud.
He'll keep flicking through the book and go, "What do you require?"
Hey, we have some security footage that I'm wondering if you can quickly review and see if you spot anything weird.
Affirmative. He'll put the book down. Head back.
Okay. My idea, guys, is let's have Warlock review this thing, see if there's anything weird, then we go storm the archive and hope we don't get ghouled.
Alrighty.
The best plan I got.
Alright. Warlock, go ahead and give the footage, or like, do we have to go to like a computer or something for that? Or...
I think it's the desk over here.
Yeah, he just had it behind the desk.
Alright. Go ahead and give it a good scrub through. Look for any discrepancies, any audio or visual oddities,
Real quick,
disruptions, malfunctions.
I just want to
Do
appreciate.
you want me to do an investigation or perception?
We'll go investigation.
This is more detective work that Haber has done than my actual detective character did.
How about it? Warlock. You are scanning through, your little visors lighting up as you are scanning through at like 5 times speed these videos. You get through the moment and you see that people are reacting to what you can see is figures. I'll just show everybody what these kind of look like. So, a whole heap of
I'll pause them on those.
yeah, a whole heap of young scholars. You watch as Warlock pauses 3 spots. To you, Wicked and Habaru, you just see these kind of weird, smoky, almost like a smudge on the screen anomaly. But Warlock, this is what you see. I'm just showing everyone so you can all see. But that's why I was expressing Habaru, Wicked, it doesn't look like this to you.
Oh, I don't like that one.
Do you think she's single or?
You can fix her.
No, are you kidding? Her
Fix her.
boyfriend's
I want her to make me worse.
So yes, you watch a group of young students in a hallway kind of like dart to one side as a weird, almost like light ball for you, Habaru and Wicked, kind of drifts past them. But to you, Warlock, you recognize it to be some kind of ghostly visage as an Imperium guard. You see an elderly, scholarly gentleman kind of dart up off the seat as, again, it just looks like a dusty smear to you, Habaru and Wicked, but to you, Warlock, it looks like the shape of a ghostly woman under this long, white, gauzy shroud. Her eyes dark, this black ichor just dripping from the bottom half of her. And then finally, in just one of the hallways, staring at one of the librarians who, when she looks up and starts, again, it just looks like a dirty smear or something on the screen. But to you, Warlock, yes, it is, again, a dark-haired woman. She has no eyes, just dark voids. On her face are the carvings of these runes. She is wearing a long white dress that seems to fade at the bottom, but where it touches the ground and fades into the ground, you can see this black Icarus, almost tentacle-like pattern that spreads across the floor.
You can see this as clearly as I can? Yes?
I
That's
see the
a-
students.
What do you see, Warlock? Describe it to us.
Enhance. And I'll cast Minor Illusion.
Okay. As he
in
does,
my hand.
as he does so, you watch as there is a slight shimmer and shift as 3 images come up and start circling, showing you exactly what Warlock sees.
Ugh.
Huh. I was
Oh,
really
I
hoping
don't
we
have-
weren't dealing with actual ghosts.
A little heavy on the mascara for that one, and eyeliner, and
Well,
everything.
hang on. She has a face. We can try to ID who this person is, right? Has there been?
I mean, you don't have to. That was one of the bodies, a young maid who worked for the professor, Hannah Rigby. Went missing about 3 weeks ago.
Ah.
And an
Okay.
Imperial
Markings?
guard, clearly, and then
Yeah, he, that guard, he was part of the, you watch as, Captain Ash looks a bit uncomfortable. He was, one of the old Omega Squad.
oh,
Oh. Is this where Omega Squad met their end?
Well, no one really
They
knows.
all
They kind
disappeared?
of, they didn't all disappear at the same time. They kind of, well,
we're picked off.
I don't want to say it like that. It just kind of ended up looking like disappearances and unfortunate accidents.
It certainly looks unfortunate. And the last one, kind of hard to get a face out. The one in the veil.
Any weddings that were supposed to happen recently that didn't go well?
That one actually just looks like there was one corpse that was like all wrapped up in muslin like that. When she was unwrapped, she was kind of really bloated and hard to tell, but she was one of the janitors at the university.
So their bodies were found down there, right?
Yeah.
Why would they let you guys take their bodies and not put up a fuss? Because don't ghosts normally get kind of pissy when you touch their remains?
Well, they were at Mina Bessinger's house. You would think that the ghosts would show up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant the bodies were down in the archives.
No, they
Okay.
were at Mina Bessinger in Mina Bessinger's basement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did they
All right,
have,
well, let-
all have ritual markings?
They seemed to have markings on them. Yeah, no one could really tell what it was though.
This tavern ambiance isn't doing it for me. Let's see.
I mean, I guess at this point we just need to call local temples for an exorcist. Maybe have them bless our weapons, and then we just go storm the archive.
I mean, I would
Unless we
say
talk a ghost down.
I would say that, but no one's actually said that the ghosts have attacked them. The ghosts seem to be
No.
luring them somewhere.
This would
Right.
indicate the bodies were moved after they were killed.
I mean, that would be a...
Is there really
Why
no
would
cameras down in the archive?
Someone as smart as that move bodies to their own home from the murder scene.
Well, I mean, that's what we said, but the Imperium said that they had it and took off with the bodies.
Weird. I think we might. I think our only next step forward to getting more information might be to check out those archives.
Yeah. Is there
Affirmative.
no cameras for the archive themselves?
I mean, yeah, there are, but none of the ghosts have showed up there, but I can show you. And
let's
you watch as he kind of clicks over to the archives where you can just see the shifting cameras that are kind of cycling through. It appears to be a room that has books and various artifacts and things in it. Every now and then there seems to be like a bit of a black glitch, kind of almost like static, and then everything's fine. It's not even a second.
Warlock, right there.
She like direct Warlock to like the moment of the black glitch.
Do you see anything we don't?
Is there any difference either side?
No, it appears
Like it's been edited?
no. There's no signs of physical editing.
What about mental editing?
I was gonna say, why'd you say physical editing? What does that mean? Let me psychoanalyze every little word Tegan says.
Has the videotape been emotionally edited? Is this really how it feels?
Did
Warlock,
someone take it to a nice dinner the night before?
Warlock, what would you like to do to try and ascertain
Roofie
one of
it.
these? You want to what? Roofie it. Sorry.
I was going to say they roofied the tape.
What would you like to do with the glitched moment? Like I said, it's barely less than a second, so it's really hard to catch that moment to pause it in a static place. But with your technology, you're able to stop it in a staticky place. It just looks like static on the screen.
Now, does it look like... Is the static similar on all the cameras?
Yes. Every possible angle there seems to be static at that exact moment. You know what? Do you have
Sound-wise?
do you have computer skills as a
Yes, I do.
Can you roll me a computer skills, which I think is I think we kind of did a sub thing. Yep. Ooh.
Yep.
Rough.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
You can't quite pick it apart enough to be able to clear it up enough just in the coding to clean it up, unfortunately.
I have failed to enhance.
No worries. Let's see. Alright.
And the static, is it just like even static sound, or is there anything underlying on it?
No.
You can hear any noise behind it?
Eerily, it is dead silent. Actually, because it's less than 10 minutes. To the human ear, it's dead silent. To you, Warlock, with your comprehend languages and your senses, there seems to be a very, very deep sub-somatic drone to it that seems to be coming from multiple voices, but it's on such a low level, it's more of a vibration than an actual sound. And it's just droning on and
I'll use
on.
thaumaturgy to... I'll use thaumaturgy to increase my voice, and I'll repeat the sound.
You repeat the
Everyone can
sound.
hear it.
Wicked, Habaru, roll me a wisdom save.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, Habaru, you poor thing.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Roll again.
Not
Yay!
the
Wicked, you're fine.
we eat those.
Ugh.
You're fine.
Rob-
Habaru's not looking so great.
Habaru,
Yeah, here's some.
you start hearing this sound through the speakers, and you don't feel any different. Your brain feels kind of slightly foggy. As you're looking at Wicked, you notice it more than Habaru does. You can see that his tear ducts, his nostril, and his ears have started bleeding.
Oh.
Oh,
Roll me a d8, Habaru.
Okay.
oh, Humber, you got a little something right.
And she like directs to her entire face.
Nice.
Oh,
You take 1 point of psychic damage.
Yeah, you got a little something right.
She like gestures to her entire face.
What? Are you calling me ugly? Is that what this is?
No,
what the fuck? I thought we
no.
were cool.
You got a little dribble, right? You got a little dribble there.
You can feel it creeping down your face, Habaru.
Oh. What the fuck? That's not good.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry, was that too loud?
No,
I
you
don't
did
think
good.
you should
I think,
do that again.
Yeah, I think it was the audio itself.
Noted.
However, Wicked,
Cash.
as you hear it, actually, because you got the nat 20, apart from you being absolutely fine, catch up, Tegan, do your actual job. Apart from that, you do actually hear that there does seem to be some undertones of, that it is very clearly a voice. What you start hearing is, some words just about stating just over and over again. It's more of a feeling rather than the words, because it's not a language that you recognize, even with it going through Warlock's translation filters. It's more of a feeling that settles deep in your gut, in your heart, in your mind. It all aligns, and your body is like physically rejecting the fact that you know intuitively that this is a gut feeling that whatever this sound is, whatever it is linked to, it should not exist. It should not be here. It's like looking at a shadow in a pitch black night, knowing that it is something. There is something there, but you can't see it. You can't put your finger on it, but you know that there is something deeply unsettling about that noise that seems to be summoning people here.
Oh, she like shudders. Oh, that sound. It's like, I'm not sure I could call it a sound. It's just, it's wrong. Very wrong. Broken. Here and not. Oh. We need to put a stop to whatever that is.
Affirmative.
Alright. I think next is the archives. I don't think we'll be able to learn much more from here, or anything. I'm not sure we want to learn any more from this, lest it kill us.
Warlock's taking note of the runes and stuff that have been carved into the faces and stuff
Yes.
for later reference.
Roll me a history, Warlock. Did we discuss whether you have a slightly eidetic memory or not?
If I knew what eidetic memory would be.
As in like a photographic memory. Do you have like a data bank that is photographic?
He basically just researches everything off the net, so to speak. So he just retains little bits and pieces, so...
What about things that you've seen, though?
He'd remember that, yeah.
Okay.
I'd say he would be photographic.
So as you are basically creating these snapshots in your mind of the runes off of these people, you kind of get like a little system warning that there's a correlating depiction of these runes in not one but two places. One is in your actual own personal memory. One is in from a set of history books, an encyclopedia that you had picked up earlier.
All right, I'll refer back to the encyclopedia.
The encyclopedia seems to have mention and reference to an event that happened pre-merge, in which it was a starting incident that led to the deaths of several maids and people, very similar events. And these ghosts that showed up had similar runes on them to it that these occurrences did as well. It referred to an event known as the raising of the thing that should not be. It is a historical account of the events that led up to the events that led to the merge.
These markings have occurred before.
Really? Like you've seen them before, or you like you researched them?
I have researched them, plus I have them in my own memory banks.
The memory banks are from the time you went to Camille Massat's office, the rock that Richard Feynman licked.
I'll bring that. I'll put that image back up.
It shows
Of the
you
rock.
this.
Cash, is this what the rock that the Imperium brought in, is this what it fucking looked like?
Yeah, pretty much. Looked exactly like that.
Fucking Richard Feynman. I swear to gods. Okay. Does anyone remember what the necromancer god thing that she was telling us about? Because I'll be honest, I was spacing out when she told us that, because I thought this was nerd talk. But she told us something about someone.
I did not write enough.
Since this was only like basically the previous day or two,
Yeah.
did we just remember DM?
It kind of got all amassed under it, but Camille Massat did tell you that this was the Isla stone. It was known as a essentially universal translation stone. Many of the runes are very much pre-Starfall runic symbols that many arcane scholars believe predate even the formation of the world. This is potentially some of the oldest script known. The Isla stone basically is a linking stone that was heavily connected to essentially being able to identify very old religious texts that summoned very, very powerful beings. And it was imperative at essentially making sure that the reader of these texts was not sent insane.
What was
like
the...
It was in reference to this one here, The Revelations of Glucky, which I believe Feynman picked up the book. The book kind of did a weird reach out across at him, and he's like, that's creepy, and...
Put it down, yeah.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if him licking the stone saved him from being possessed by the book, I'm gonna scream.
As the Natural Wonders once said, he dumbed his way into a smart.
Oh, I hope he's fucking listening, just so he knows why I'm gonna strangle him next time I talk to him.
Let me see. He is listening.
So, okay.
Yes, similar events like this have happened before the merge.
What
Nox.
merge?
Does the archive have anything related to the subject of Glaaki? Am I saying that right?
Well, yes and no. It's kind of a weird glottal stop. That's what apostrophes do in words, so it's like Glaaki. But you can say Glaaki.
Cool. I will Americanize it as much as I want.
Exactly.
But yeah, is there a section in the library dedicated to Glaaki?
No.
Regarding?
No, not really. They tend to come under like religious texts, and the churches kind of keep them locked away, hidden in their own archives and stuff like that. The Church of Light, the Sunwalkers kind of collect all that kind of stuff and keep it all tucked away lest someone tries to do what was done once before. They're pretty dangerous texts. Especially since, you know, there are people in Nethrag who were still alive, like, before the Starfall and things like that, that kind of remember this stuff.
Okay, so we're missing something. I don't know if it's because I'm a dumb player or if because we just don't have the full picture. The revelations of Glaaki. The book wasn't about Glaaki though. He was the author, wasn't he? Isn't the book about some other necromancer? I'm really hung up on this necromancer thing.
Let's see. It details the fall of the elder deities and the creation of the first demons, allowing the rebellion of the elder beings against the elder gods. The landscapes were created as a gateway to the divine prison. And the appointment of Modius, the betrayer, and their jailer. Contains details on how to find and summon certain elder horrors, such as I can't pronounce that, as described in the passage below.
Ilithior.
A.L.I.S.O.N. So it's a book that describes prophecies and revelations about the first war, and has
If only
information
Feynman
on
was
how to
here.
find and detail elder horrors. So, not specifically the necromancer, but
The
probably
reason you keep getting stuck on the necromancer is because Camille Mussat had two stones. She had the Ishladore stone, and she also had the idol of the necromancer, which was this guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know what to go from this.
Does the hole and like the pattern around it resemble the patterns on the ghosts?
Yes, the death patterns it does. In their abdomen, their chest cavity is opened up in a very similar pattern.
Ah. So there is association.
Oh, wait. So were the hole in the idol is that the ghost have that same hole?
Yes. All three ghosts that Warlock showed you had the same looking, like, not exactly the same hole, but like holes in their chest cavity in the same spot.
I think that
Haha.
is how she was making the ghosts.
Who is the ghosts?
Well, the professor when she was doing this, if she was doing this, again, something's not adding up. Why?
She certainly seems adjacent to it, at least. Or accomplice.
But that was her field of study, though. It would make sense for her, because when we spoke to her, it makes sense for someone who's studying this stuff to have this stuff in their home. Maybe I wouldn't feel comfortable in my own home, but people take work home all the time, as crazy as it is. Again,
Maybe
I
she
think
wasn't willing.
I think we have most of the picture put together, but I still feel like we're missing something here. And
Well,
I don't think there's anything left.
Should we investigate further into the library?
Yeah, into the archive, big guy. But first, we need to magical our weapons, because even if the ghosts themselves aren't attacking people, outright at least, I would rather not get caught flat-footed in the archive, where it may be something that's a little bit more resistant to our attacks. And by our attacks, I mean mine, because I'm the only one here who can't do magic. So, this is a more player technical question.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to, for a lack of better terminology, silver my weapon and like make it able to attack magical creatures for a little bit?
There are ways you can do so, yes.
Would I be able to Moogle those ways real quick for simplicity's sake to get us going?
It depends on how you want to silver your weapons, but you can get some portable forms of quicksilver, but it is very toxic, and it does not last, and it does tend to eat away at the metal underneath it.
Ugh, don't want that. Can I get someone to bless my blade?
Yeah, you can go to a temple or the Church of Midnight Jewels. Both places will be able to imbue your weapons, depending on which houses you go to.
Is there a Church of GRAEDA in town?
There is not.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
I say there's not, but there's more. They don't have specific churches to specific deities down here. It's more they're churches of domains, and priests of different domains go there. So while you may not specifically find a Church of GRAEDA, you might find a priest of GRAEDA in like a Temple of Strength, a Temple of War, depending on like what other domain alliances GRAEDA had.
Hey, Cash.
Yes?
Do you know if there's a Temple of Selene in town?
A.L.I.S.O.N, yes, she has associations with the temple.
I grew up around a bunch of weirdos who all said it weird.
Yes, they do have priests to the moon in the temple district, to light, to various forms of protection, all of that kind of stuff. It really does depend on what aspect of A.L.I.S.O.N you're wanting. I mean, you could go see the Temple of Protection. There are various priests there to, obviously, the archdemonic gods, obviously. They have religious exemption, and also even some esoteric ones like the gods of the dark moon.
Just because we'll maybe fighting ghosts, probably the aspect of Selene, of ending, of the moon falling below the horizon, so probably her darker aspect.
Oh, No, the god of the dark of the moon is actually masculine. He watches the
but-
skies when the mother and and daughters are ventured resting.
Okay.
Worst part is you have also, at some point, served this guy.
When was this?
Us-
Andrew. Roland.
Dude, I'm dumb as fuck.
Roland has served this guy.
Oh, yeah. Niles, right?
Styric, but yes.
Yeah. Okay, no. No, he served me. He was my steward, all right? The god took orders from me. He taught me how to read, and he was bad at it. All right.
Damn.
All right. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna go visit 2 temples real quick. Get some prayer in. Do you guys want to come? Or do you guys want to stay here and continue to look up books? I think I already know Warlock's answer. But what do you want to do, Wicked?
I'll stick with Warlock right now.
Okay.
Shall we continue reading?
Go right ahead, bud.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be back in hopefully 30 to 40 minutes, and we'll put an end to this tonight. I'll hand over the master key to Wicked because I want to make sure she has it in case she needs it while I'm gone.
Okay.
And Cash, are you staying or going?
I mean, I should probably stay with these guys considering this is where we need to go. Although, I mean, you're not likely to get in a lot of trouble in the cemetery, are you? And Temple District?
I don't plan on kicking tombstones, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, well, I hope not. Who knows?
Yeah.
The tombstones might kick back.
I would be surprised if they didn't. Okay, I'm gonna go do my thing real quick.
Okay.
See you guys in a minute. And I will scurry off to go pray to both GRAEDA and to Selene.
Okay.
Say Loon.
Technically,
No.
it's Shayloon, but
I grew up with a bunch of weirdos,
okay. So
and that's my reason.
you go to the Temple of
Wait,
Protection.
you or Habaru?
Habaru, technically. So yes,
I'm not convinced.
you go to the Temple of Protection where you meet Mother Hastron, who does your blessing for you.
Yo, what's up?
I think you'll appreciate her, to be honest.
Yeah. Tegan, don't do this to me.
Why?
Nothing.
Why?
Why? Hmm? Yeah, she's mother, all right. Okay. Yeah. So, hello. Hi. Hello.
What are you
I'm
talking about?
I'll tell you
Here, I'll show
I'll
you.
tell you when you're older.
I'll show you the priestess.
Wait, God damn it! Wait, no. Right when you did that, I clicked on Administration Officer Sigistab, and I just here, I'll show you, and I just get big old green goblin face. It's like, oh, it's quite the looker.
No, here you go. Here's the priestess of the temple.
Oh, cool.
She's a razor claw shifter, so
Cool.
she's single.
That's cool art.
Thanks, Tegan.
I didn't ask.
So
It's complimentary.
she does bless your weapons for you. She does tell you that the blessing will only last until morning, though, because obviously as a blessing it with the moon, it will disappear with the sunlight, because the sun gods obviously rule the day.
Even though he's fucking captaining a boat right now. Okay. What about
And
the
you-
blessing of GRAEDA?
Blessing of
And your weapon
GRAEDA.
turns into a pumpkin.
The blessing of GRAEDA, she does warn that the blessing of Karada may be slightly weaker because of the lack of connection to the celestial planes. But even with that, the blessing of Karada, as long as your first strike is true, your first strike will always hit. It
Can you
requires,
dumb that down for me?
as in, you cannot be the one
Thank
to
you.
instigate the fight
Okay.
because Valor.
Okay.
But if you are doing it in the defense of yourself or someone else, your first strike will hit no matter what.
Okay.
Damn.
I will keep that in mind. I hold.
There is
My
no
great
guarantee it
sword.
will hold for a prolonged period of time, as that's why they said you don't know how long it might last for, because obviously the connection is tenuous. But at least for tonight, it should be fine.
Okay. I will hold out my great sword in prayer, acknowledge it as the chosen weapon of Karada, as he himself wielded the great sword Durandal, and I will take my own sword with me hand in hand, and I will head back to the library.
Your blade takes on a slight hue shift of dark blues and purples that kind of seem to have a color shift as it catches the light. So, fun times. Okay,
Sometimes.
you head back. Meanwhile, before we quickly say, I know it is 10 o'clock, but we will just take a quick 5-minute break. So people can go to the bathroom, get a drink, all that jazz. So we'll be back in 5 minutes, guys. Welcome back, everybody, to Equinox. We hope you had a lovely break as all of our talk sprites load in. That'd be nice. There we go. We hope you had a wonderful break. So, because we are already at 10 o'clock and we've got about half an hour left. There we go. Wicked and Warlock. While Habaru was off blessing his weapons, what did you do in the library?
How long did his weapon blessing take?
The blessing doesn't take very long. It is literally they kind of hit it with some anointing oils and do a quick prayer over it. It's more the travel time for him to get over there and back, to be honest.
What would the travel time be like?
Probably close to an hour.
Warlocks are recasting comprehend languages.
Okay.
At least an hour, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You said at least an hour, huh?
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah. Wicked is gonna go find herself some pop-up books.
Okay.
And she is gonna take one of her doses.
Oh. Okay.
She's gonna go for the brimstone.
Okay. So just so you know what brimstone is, real world equivalent basically is it's essentially medical grade like cocaine essentially. So you're gonna have a great time. You're gonna be buzzing.
Yeah.
So you do snort the medical grade brimstone, which is fantastic. It doesn't really burn, and yeah, your pupils dilate, and you have a fantastic time, I guess. Because it is medical grade, it doesn't come with the downsides that go with that, by the way.
Ooh.
Because it
All
has...
right, let's see.
Yes.
Does come with a thing.
Just double checking
Nice.
myself.
I close my sheet.
Yeah, so the initial effect, for 1 hour, you have disadvantage on intelligence saves.
Which is perfect, because he's gone for an hour.
Roll me a 2d4.
Got it already. So, 5.
Okay, so 5. You are calm and peaceful for 5 hours. During those 5 hours, you have advantage on wisdom saves, but you do have disadvantage on your initiative.
Perfectly
That's
fine.
That's some cash money for what we could be walking into.
Bro, you have no idea. You have no idea just how much cash money this stuff is.
Oh no.
It's a good thing Habaru doesn't, because Habaru would want it to sell.
I was
I
gonna
would
say,
hope
yeah,
not.
I can look at basically anything and immediately appraise its price as my background.
Oh. Did Wicked show you what was in the bottles, though?
No, and
Then-
I didn't look.
Whoa.
Yeah, my
Found
eye
one.
of treasure feat.
Yeah. We'll tell you after session so you can find out later.
Yeah.
I'll tell you after.
However, so Wicked, in this lovely, calm, peaceful state, where are you going in the library?
As I said, she grabbed herself a stack of pop-out picture books.
Well, I will.
She's just having a grand time.
Well, I will move you then, because you would have ended up in this room.
It's like one of those kids sections with like the beanbag chairs and like all the soft, like
Yeah.
building block walls.
Yep, the
Yeah.
ether-powered fireplace is turned down to a kind of like a dim, glow. So this room is actually, while this room is as humid as the rest of Purgatory, the actual warmth coming out of the fireplace takes the kind of sticky moisture out of the air, so it's more just like a dry heat. So it's not as unpleasant. So you find a number of picture books like Little Witches Don't Do Magic, The Lemon Princess. You find a series of books about Bourbon McGuff, the doggy detective. What is that giggle,
Bourbon
Andrew?
So stupid. I love it. I want to read this book now.
I have a book because these are the names of children books that I've got just kind of sitting here that I wrote, but I have never done anything with. So
would Bourbon McGuff happen to be at all related to McGruff the crime dog?
it is not McGruff the crime dog. No, they're stories I wrote for my kids. So,
Aw.
yeah. So. But yes, no, Bourbon McGuff. It is more. I don't know if you guys have Harry McGlary, but it's less like McGruff, as in he's an actual dog who basically roams around the neighborhood and kind of like foils the crime of like the evil cat that might have stolen like the cat who stole the meaty bone from the Jack Russell Terrier next door and things like that. So, which is
Awesome.
because the Jack Russell next door was making a heck of a noise because his meaty bone was stolen, which I'm sure Valcor can attest.
That would never happen. That would never happen.
So things like this. So anyway, you're having a great time. They're well illustrated. Yeah, you're in your element, Wicked. So and you're sitting there. So an hour later, Hubber, you stroll back in.
Oh, right, gang. Let's. Wicked, did you do your hair differently?
Hey, Habaru. She's like sunken into a beanbag chair.
You
Let me
are
get up and
extremely relaxed right now.
yeah, let me get up and greet ya. She doesn't move at all. There we go.
I'll go get Warlock first. You can stay relaxed.
Yeah.
I will go hunt down Warlock real quick.
Okay, you do that. Would you like to do that on the map?
I won't lie. I can already see where he is on the map.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
So head there.
I will.
Head on through.
Oh, I don't like this, Tegan. I don't like what you're doing to me.
Go.
Go on ahead.
See what happens.
Warlock. Hey,
That's me, yeah.
buddy.
He's too busy flipping through books.
Hey, bud. It's time to go down to the archive. There'll be more books down there.
Oh, really?
That's static.
Noted.
That's static, yo. That was real bad static on that. But that's alright. Okay. So, where are you guys heading?
To go grab Cash and Wicked, and then we'll head down to the archive.
Okay. So, you wanna go grab Wicked?
Tegan, I don't like what you're doing. I don't like this. You're up to something.
Maybe.
Yes, I would like to go grab Wicked. Did I see Nox as I came in?
Yeah, he's still sitting at the counter. He's just reading a book, because he
Did
said...
I see Cash as I came in?
Yeah, She was hanging out with Wicked,
Okay.
not Clint getting lost.
Where is Wicked? Because I spoke to
It
her.
always gets lost.
Yeah,
Had dialogue, so I know where she is.
you did. You did have dialogue. She's over. Here somewhere.
I don't fucking like this. Okay, let's go down to the room that's being pinged. Near the stairwell. Warlock, don't get lost, buddy.
He just looks at the books as he's walking.
In this room.
Nope. Down further. The next room down.
Here. With the open door.
Yeah, with the open door.
Okay. Making sure. Oh, I closed the door on myself.
See, I'm just enjoying making you guys use the map that I very carefully curated for you guys.
See, Wicked has moved the beanbag chair, and she is now on her belly, just looking out the window.
Hey, bud, it's time to go.
Hmm?
Time to
Going?
go down to the archive.
Where? Oh, the archive. Okay.
Yeah, the
All right.
Wicked.
She, like, rolls.
Are you feeling okay, bud?
I'm feeling great.
Right. That's why I'm suspicious.
She just rolls out the beanbag chair. Her tail is like swishing, like very
Hey.
smoothly and softly, but very erratically.
Hey, Warlock. And I'll whisper this to Warlock. Hey, is Wicked being weird? Or acting weird? Or more different than normal?
Different, yes. Please define weird.
Wicked said she is doing fine, and she's always stressing out anxious. And I don't understand why she's all of a sudden feeling fine before we potentially go fight a bunch of ghosts.
Is this not normal behavior?
No, not really. If I glance back to where Wicked was laying, is there like a mess on the ground of any potential activities?
I don't know. Is there Wicked? How clean? How clean were you in your workings?
She brought one of the pop-up books with her, but other than that, she didn't make a mess.
Okay. Whatever. All right, we all ready? I would very much
Affirmative.
don't close the door on me. Don't close the door on me.
It's all right, because you watch as Cash opens the door and says to you, you know that there's a corridor to the north here that will actually lead to
No,
the archive room.
I don't, because I've never been here.
Up
I just
here. Yeah, one
go
up
down to
through
the
here.
archive is a metaphor. Okay. Well, why are you giggling, bud? What? Wicked. Did you do something that would make me upset if I found out you did it?
No comment.
Okay, so that's a yes. Okay. Okay, at least it's not Richard Feynman. At least it's not Richard Feynman. Okay, let's get this. Oh gods. Okay,
Let's get this
going.
show on the road.
You realize that Warlock has disappeared.
Road.
Warlock, buddy, please come back.
So much knowledge. So much knowledge.
Warlock, we're going to the fucking archives right now.
How deep do I want to play into this bit?
Go full ham. You got 5 in-game hours of this joy.
Oh,
Not
man.
yet. Not yet. I'm not gonna go full ham quite yet.
Okay. We're all going to the archive right now. Let's go.
Okay,
And
okay.
we will move as a group. So, Tegan, you can move all of us as one.
Okay.
I'm not letting any of these idiots wander off.
As long as you keep together, I can actually move you.
Yes, we are moving as a
Did you
group.
just delete yourself accidentally? Oh no. My computer went, I don't like this.
Fuck. I guess I should
Oh.
be in front.
Ah, it's dark. Oh, wait, my eyes were closed.
Up here.
Everyone left me.
I gotta zoom in to see if I can find you. Because
Oh, this is
you've
weird.
done a runner on me. Because I can see you on my screen.
Who's
Warlock.
boss underneath everyone else?
I can see you on my
I
screen.
can't see anyone else. I'm in like in a shadowy area that is weird. I'm moving myself around a bit
Okay.
just to signal.
I don't think there's a lot of light in this room, that's why.
I am turning on my flashlight.
Okay, I will turn on your flashlight for you. And while we're at it, I will also just put Warlock on the map again because for whatever reason it decided he's vanished. So take that.
Warlock,
Hey.
I know you can already see in the dark. Can you also turn on your torch? Just so we have more than one light source.
Okay. Okay,
Affirmative.
turning on your torches for you.
I don't know where I'm supposed
Hey,
to be.
there we go.
Give me a second, I will help you. Up here, my dude.
I think my dark vision might not be functioning.
Okay, let's have a look at your token. It's just regular dark vision?
Yeah, 60 feet.
Okay.
And
Why am I by
Hobby
myself?
also has 60 feet dark vision.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Sorry, what was that?
Why am I by myself?
You wandered off.
Well, maybe if you didn't fucking wander off on your own.
But the DM's moving me.
Warlock?
You know what? No, I don't believe that bullshit excuse.
Just making sure that you've got.
Here I am.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Did this help at all, Wicked?
Yes.
Now,
Oh,
Hubbard,
yeah, that's great.
can you see now? You said you've got dark vision?
Yes, 60 feet, and the flashlight as well.
Okay.
So,
Ooh, what are these?
Wicked. Wicked, how about you turn on your flashlight, bud?
Huh? Oh, okay. She
Yeah,
pulls
let's-
out the flashlight.
Wicked, I will
See,
say as well, as you wandered up, as you wandered up to this room, you realised directly ahead of you before you entered this room was what appeared to be some kind of greenhouse. So if I actually take you back over here, on the other side of this wall, you can see what I'm talking
okay.
about.
Oh,
Just so you knew what was on the other side of that wall, in case you didn't catch it.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but thank you.
You're very welcome.
She pulls out the flashlight. It's pointing it at her. She turns it on. Meh. She points it away from her.
In that moment, Habaru, roll me a perception, why don't you? Wicked's pupils are huge.
Oh,
Barely any colour.
Wicked. Bud.
Me. What?
Why are your pupils the size of dinner plates right now?
Because they're hungry for knowledge.
Wicked, if I had you pee in a cup, what would that test tell me?
it tell you have a weird fetish? She like tilts her head, confused.
I. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Okay.
There
Let's
is a
go find the
staircase
ghost.
there, by the way.
Thank you. I was about to ask that. Let's see if the ghosts are willing to talk. I don't know. Can anyone cast Speak with Dead?
Let me look.
Negative.
Not yet. I'm working on it.
Okay.
Do you go down the staircase?
Yes, I will unfortunately go first.
Okay. Stop moving, please. Please. Please, for my sanity.
Knock it off.
Move more. Move more.
Move now.
Oh. I saw where we went this time. Oh.
Oh, this is not looking great. I will have my pistol in one hand and my flashlight in the other, and just kind of looking around. All right, both of you, hang on just a second. I'll peek around the corner, and I will peek around the corner.
You peek around the corner, and you need to roll me an... Are you investigating or perceiving? What would you like to?
I am first looking for any threats.
Okay, so
I
roll
imagine
me
that's perception.
perception, please.
Shit.
There are no threats. There are a lot of chairs and what looks like spilled blood, but maybe.
Okay. Well, there's some blood.
Oh.
Just for quick clarification, where's Cash? Is she hanging back, or is she also like? With
She's
us?
in like this spot behind you here.
Okay.
I just don't have a token for her.
Okay, that's fine.
Wicked's
Okay.
got like what looks like a stale pastry in her hand. She's eating. You have no idea where she got it from.
As you're looking at the
Munching on it.
bloodstain, Wicked, you realise that it's just spilled red ink.
Oh, did someone die? No, it's just ink.
Okay.
Warlock will bend down. Sample some of it.
It's a very nice carmine ink.
Confirmed. Carmine ink.
I
Damn,
will.
I really feel like a gamer now. I just tried to use WASD to move my token.
I'm glad that I've fully immersed you.
Gaming hours. Okay.
I'm strafing.
You make your
Need
way
a
around.
raise.
You make your way around a whole heap of like packaged up artifacts and things like this that are just lots of very dusty books and just bits and pieces that are just shoved down into this archives down here.
Warlock's going to pick up those dusty books and put them away.
Treat them with care. They have my name.
Yeah.
I think
If-
the room is
if you-
clear.
If you're comfortable for a few minutes, I could put up a detecting spell for magic black.
Okay, do you want to try that again? But make it make sense.
I can detect magic, but I need a few minutes.
I got no objection.
Proceed.
All right. You see her pull out a little bowl. She pulls out a handful of fish bones, and she lights some incense, and she's gonna start ritual casting detect magic.
Okay. What's the distance on the detect magic? What is the...
Okay.
Yep.
30
30
feet.
30 feet.
Can penetrate most barriers. Blocked by a foot of stone. Into
Okay, yep. You're currently
Awesome.
underground here, so
3 feet in the dirt.
just gotta double check. Okay. Some of the artifacts, as the 10 minutes of you casting this passes, you start to notice that some of the artifacts do have like a dull glow, like the charms on them are fading. The strongest magic in this area is the preservation magic on the books. But yeah, you can see that all of the books have a slight glow over it.
All right. This door seemed like a door.
It is a door. It is also a door that you can open, by the way, if you click on the little door symbol. Which should allow you to go through the door, I believe.
Wicked's gonna cast Mage Hand on the door to open it. She's gonna sit down on this box and open it.
There we go.
Wait. Fuck, what's the spell? Isn't there a spell to like see magic or whatever?
Yeah, I'm using it.
Well, no. I mean, not. No, maybe the tech. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is tech magic. Okay. No, my bad.
But yeah.
There's a reason I don't play casters that often.
Yeah. Silly. She like flicks her
Nice.
forehead.
Yeah, it's called acknowledge magic.
The only
So-
casting
Yeah, no,
I do
that's
is
magic.
I cast first.
You watch
And even
as
then-
a lovely magical hand forms in front of you and opens the door, Habaru, with a creak. Just.
Mm.
Hang on,
Ooh.
don't get too far ahead.
Ooh. No, I shouldn't mix. That's dangerous. Did you know that's dangerous, Habaru?
No, why don't you tell me?
Well, you see, when you mix different, she starts going on a tangent. She doesn't seem to have. She goes like deep into like the inner machinations of how mixing drugs and alcohol works. There does not seem to be any indication of her stopping.
And what is the mix here? Wicked?
She stops. You successfully stopped her. Ah. I ate wine and a cookie.
You ate. Is it a special cookie? Alright, moving on. Okay. Wicked, use your special eyes and look around. Make sure there's no ghost creeping up on us.
Specialized. And she, like,
As you take
puts
a
her-
step forward, Wicked, you see a soft glow covering this wine rack in front of you.
Oh. Does it have a particular school?
Illusion.
Ooh. This wine looks fine. Because it's not there. She's gonna go to grab a bottle from the rack.
I will like to pull Wicked back.
As she grabs
Hang
a
on.
bottle, as you pull her and grab the bottle, the illusory door swings forward. Through Wicked, the wine bottles go through her, revealing a passageway.
See? These ones are fine.
Probably
there
should have
books
asked
in
for,
there?
for a floor plan of this place. I bet this won't show up on it.
By the way, I gotta say, like, real quick, is anyone else hold on. But is anyone else seeing like these?
Oh, ignore that. That's the camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the camera. Don't worry.
I was wondering what that was.
Man, what a sharp eye!
I've-
I've
Would
just
not
been
have
seeing
noticed
them
that in a million
everywhere.
years.
I've tried to make them as small as possible, but still give
I
them
just- I've
sight
just
so
seen
people
them.
can see. So, yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to. I don't mean
No,
to.
please do.
point to the man behind
Hilariously.
I don't mean to point to the man behind the curtain, but
Yeah. So there you go. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. So as the passageway in front of you opens up, yielding what appears to be a corridor, that's where we'll end this week.
yay!
Yay! Thank you to everybody for joining us. Please join us next week to see exactly what they have discovered. If you want to see what came before this, if you are not familiar with it, please go over to my YouTube channel of the same name. All of the videos are up there. And we are usually here every Saturday at 8 p.m. Australian Daylight Savings Time at the moment. Which, what time is that for you where you are, Dusty?
Wait, could you repeat that?
What time does the game start for you?
1 a.m.
Which is PST? Question mark?
Yes.
What about you, Andrew?
3 a.m. Central Time.
Woo! We would love to have you here. We would love to have more people watch if you are crazy wild people who are awake in the middle of the night. Otherwise, thank you for joining us. We will see you next week. If you want to catch up on more D&D shenanigan fun, we will. Some of us will be back on Monday at the same time for Ignition Point, but otherwise, we hope you drink plenty of water, get plenty of rest, look after yourselves over the course of the week until we see you again, and we hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night wherever you are in the world, and we will see you all next time. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.